Shalom, everybody. Rabbi Edelstein here with this week's installment of Rabbi E in 3, brought to you as always by MEOR DC. Find us on Facebook or on our website, MEORDC.com. Learn about our programs and stay in touch. Staying in touch is important if you want to have a relationship. And if you want to have and maintain a good relationship, you need passion and commitment. That's what we're talking about tonight. Certainly in a loving relationship, like between a husband and a wife, or dear friends, you need passion and you need commitment. We see it in this week's Torah portion, Pinchas, towards the very end of the book of Bamidbar, Numbers. Among the many topics discussed in this week's Torah portion are the offerings, the korbanos. Now, that the Jewish people brought in the tabernacle in the desert and would continue to bring once they would enter the land of Israel, and eventually, in the future, in the Beit HaMikdash, in the temple. Now, there have been parts of the book of Leviticus that have talked about the offerings, but they're also mentioned here in this week's Torah portion. And the discussion begins with the korban tamid. Tamid means continual. Brought every day, twice a day, morning and afternoon, in the tabernacle and then in the future temple. And there were different individual offerings, but this was the offering that summarized, if you will, that symbolized the relationship of God and the Jewish people. Korban tamid, an offering brought in the morning, an offering brought in the afternoon. And it says a very interesting thing here in the Torah when it's going over these laws. It gives some of the details of it. Command the children of Israel and say to them, my offering, Hashem says, you shall be scrupulous to offer at its appointed time. And then it details this offering, this korban tamid. And then it says the following words are said. This is the continual elevation offering, the korban tamid, that was done at Mount Sinai for a satisfying aroma, a fire offering to Hashem. A korban tamid ha'asuya b'har Sinai. Why is it mentioning Mount Sinai? I mean, the simple answer is that this continual offering has been brought in the desert, and the first time they were given that commandment was when the tabernacle was built at the foot of Mount Sinai. So just like in the desert when they began years before keeping that continual offering, when it was when the tabernacle was built at the foot of Mount Sinai, they should continue doing that when they go into the land of Israel. But still, okay, fine. Why does the Torah need to emphasize here as at Mount Sinai? So I'll offer you two ideas: passion and commitment. The korban tamid is the continual offering, day in and day out, something that is constant, and one might think, or it could become monotonous, mechanical. But what's the essence of this korban and in truth of our whole service of God? Passion and commitment, like at Mount Sinai. At Mount Sinai, when we as a people said, Na'aseh v'nishma, we want to serve you Hashem eternally, we want that covenant, there was an incredible passion. And there was an incredible commitment, because we accepted upon ourselves to be a light unto the nations, to be a beacon unto humanity, keeping God's laws and living a life of holiness. Passion and commitment. Every time the Jewish people were to bring the korban tamid, they had to had to have that, summon up that passion and commitment. That's the key to a relationship, or two keys to a relationship. Passion and commitment, day in and day out. Yes, our service of God is day in and day out. Is it mechanical? Is it monotonous? No. Passion and commitment, like at Mount Sinai. And every Shabbos, passion and commitment. Have a wonderful Shabbos with passion and commitment.